My name's Corey Wilkes, and if you are considering living next to power lines, or you already do live next to power lines, you need to try the EMF challenge, which I'm going to share with you today. And to do a little spoiler alert about what I found by doing the EMF challenge myself, see, my family and I, we actually live fairly close to power lines, is actually, I was pleasantly surprised. So to introduce myself, my name is Corey Wilkes. I'm a real estate broker. I've been in the real estate industry for almost 20 years now. And there's this reoccurring theme that happens several times a year where either my buyers or my sellers, something pops up about power lines and the electromagnetic field or the EMFs that they produce. And there's always questions around this. And I have questions around it myself because, again, I do live fairly close. But ultimately, what we're going to do is we're going to find out for ourselves through the EMF challenge exactly what this is. Okay, so one of the biggest questions that people have is, does living close to power lines, does it matter? Is there an impact versus living far away? Is there a difference? And so the EMF challenge is a way for you to find out for yourself, right? So what I did is I got online, I searched, did a bunch of research. And what I found was that our smartphones, I'm going to pull out my wife's smartphone here. Our smartphones, they have what's called a magnet meter. So maybe it's called a magnetometer or whatever, but it's basically a meter inside here that will read electromagnetic fields and it'll give us feedback. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to your app store, right? Whether you have Apple or Android, either way, and download an app called Gauges. I'll put the link down below for Gauges. When you download Gauges, what you're going to find is this app called Gauges, and in there there's the magnetometer, right? Can you see that? Okay, so this magnetometer, this is our tool that gives us instant feedback on the electromagnetic fields that are around us. And this is how you can test this yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it here in my house, and we're going to go through all the different rooms, and I'm going to start getting close to electronics and further away, and we're going to find out what happens. We're going to my front yard, my backyard, then we'll go right up to the power lines. We'll do that as well. Then I'll drive really far away, like as far away, like out in the boonies. And I'm going to take a look and see what the magnetometer says, and I'm going to show you what I find. So let's do it. All right, so we're going to start on a magnetic phone charger. So obviously there's magnets in a magnetic phone charger. And what you see, these are called micro Teslas. I know nothing about them because I'm not a scientist in any way, shape, or form. But it says 48 micro Teslas. And so let's start this is our starting point. Let's go around the house and see what we find. Okay, so I'm standing in the middle of my kitchen, between my kitchen and my dining room, and the micro Teslas say a number of 33, right around 33. Okay, but watch what I do when I walk around my kitchen. Just go ahead and take a look at my kitchen island and go ahead and zoom out just a bit. So over here by the refrigerator, all of a sudden, my refrigerator, I'm at 54, 53. So that's a jump, just a matter of a couple feet here. And then let's go over here by the microwave, right? You can see the microwave. Now it's not on, but what if I turn it on? I'll go ahead and turn the microwave on. Interesting. So the microwave is on. Not seeing a whole lot here, but like the different electronics here are bouncing up and down. Okay, so what that means is the electronics that are inside of here are creating a field, right? And the electronics that are inside of the refrigerator are creating a field, right? So let's just keep going. Let's test the rest of the room. All right, so just back to my living room. Kind of next to the fireplace. There's really no electronics near here, so we're kind of back to 33. The speakers have incredibly large magnets, so I'm not going to get too close because large magnets can hurt electronics, but I'll get closer. Let's go over here to this speaker, and I want you to just kind of see what this looks like. come down here. So I'm really close to a very large magnet, and it's showing 150-ish, right? I'm 3 inches away. And I'm back to standing up, you know, and then it's kind of normalizing, it looks like. Okay. All right, in our half bathroom, we've got just a reading of 33. Let's just test if I get really close to this light. Yeah, it's only at 38, 39, 38. So not a whole lot there. All right, so now I'm in our study, and you know, I'm at 39, and as I zoom in towards the Alexa here, the Alexa's got a 128 magnet meter. I don't know if you can see that, but it said 128 is what it got up to. Okay, let's keep going. It's the squint. All right, so here I am on my front porch, and you might not be able to see it, but we have 33 again. Okay. Let's go to the backyard. All right, so I'm in my backyard, and behind me, you can see the power lines. And right now, I get a reading of 33 microteslas. Okay. And then to estimate how far away we are from those power lines, I mean, I'm not perfect at that, but I'd say 500 yards is an estimate. Okay. But they're clearly there. And so far there's no difference from being inside my house versus being outside my house. Let's go up to the power lines. Okay, let's go up to the power lines and actually see exactly, like, if we get really close to these things, if this thing's gonna change. All right, so here, looks like we got a reading of 39, 40. Okay, can you see that? So this reading of 36, go ahead and zoom out. I am 50 yards away from these power lines. Let's go ahead and get directly underneath them and see what reading we get. Okay, right now, you can see a reading of 35, right? Just ironically, there's a helicopter behind me installing power lines. But I just want you to know we are 100% directly underneath these power lines with a reading of 35. Guys, that was the same reading that I had in my house. All right, my friends, I have driven 20 minutes away out in, acreage type of residential land here. So I'm really far away from just a lot of things. I'm in beautiful Colorado. It's our beautiful sun about to set. All the beautiful things we have around us here. And looking at this magnetometer, 138, kind of bouncing in, 34. It's kind of incredible. All right, guys, so we did the EMF challenge. I showed you how to do the challenge yourself. However, my results, as far as I could tell, being directly under the power lines versus being right here in my own home, the readings were the same. So what that tells me is that I just can't see a difference. I don't think EMFs are actually not being exposed to a high degree of EMFs. It actually makes me feel a lot better. You know, I can sleep easier at night, have a lot of peace of mind that myself, my family, that we're safe from electromagnetic fields. At least that's my take on it. Curious what your take as well. Please feel free to comment below on what you find and what your results were. And that's it, my friends. Enjoy the EMF challenge. I'll talk to you soon. My name is Corey Wilkes. Bye.